Welcome back, my dear class 11 student. So today we'll actually discuss the subject is business studies. And today's topic, actually we are going through the chapter forms of business organization, and in this chapter I have already made 2 and 3 video. There I have already discussed about what are the forms of sole proprietorship business, what is sole proprietorship business, what are their advantages and disadvantages, what is partnership business, and what type of different type of partnership is there, and what are the advantages of partnership forms of business and disadvantage of partnership forms of business. Today we will learn and we will discuss about another form of business, that is cooperative society. Cooperative society. So in cooperative society, what is cooperative society? The cooperative society is a voluntary association of person. Okay, this is a voluntary association of person who join together with the motive of welfare of the members. The cooperative society is a voluntary association of person who join together for a common motive and welfare of the members and for societies also. Generally, cooperative society actually set up because of economic interest, some type of economic interest. Now take an example. The most popular example of cooperative society is Amul. Everybody knows the name of Amul. Amul is not a company. Amul is a cooperative society. Here actually makes the management of the Amul actually directly purchase the milk from the middleman. So they actually eliminate the middleman, means any distributor or wholesaler. Okay, so directly purchase the milk from the middleman and then produce their different types of products, just like butter, cheese, lassi. Okay, so what happened actually that when you purchase something from directly from the manufacturer, okay, so a price will be less as there is no middleman. Suppose there is one manufacturer, he actually produce a goods of rupees 100, and then he actually distribute this goods to one distributor, and distributor also value added with these goods, actually added some profit, and now the price is 110, and distributor actually gives the commodity to a retailer to 110 rupees, and retailer at rupees 5, and then end consumer actually get the price of 115. The manufacturer price, though the manufacturer price is 100, the consumer get 115, more than 15 will be added due to this middleman. Okay, but cooperative society says for their interest they all purchase directly from the manufacturer. Directly from the manufacturer. Then what is the price? A consumer can get a price of 100. Okay, so that is the benefit of cooperative society, and main purpose of cooperative society is eliminate middleman. Okay, so there is different type of cooperative society we will discuss later. First, you should know what are the features of cooperative society. Now, first features of cooperative society is voluntary membership. Features. Voluntary, first feature is voluntary membership. Voluntary membership means any person who is the age of 18, okay, can voluntarily join to cooperative society as a member. Any person who is the age of 18 can join actually cooperative society. Okay, so his minimum age should be 18. Okay, age of 18 only means more than 18. So he can join voluntarily anytime, and he can also leave anytime. He can quit from this cooperative society anytime. There is no rule of quitting. So only actually formality he can do that. 15 days notice he should give when he is leaving. Okay. So this is a first feature is voluntary membership. So anybody can join. Second is legal status. Legal status. So legal status, cooperative society is compulsorily registered in Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Okay, compulsory register. A legal status means he is a legally is a person. We treat cooperative society as a legal person. As is compulsory register, so their members' liability would not be unlimited, very limited to their capital contribution. When any organization registered with some acts, first you should know their members or director, whoever their partner, if partnership firm also register, then their partner's liability will be limited to their capital. Here also this is a separate legal identity. Okay, cooperative society has a separate legal identity. Okay, so this is the legal status as per Cooperative Societies Act 1912. It should compulsory be registered. Now third point I have already told, limited liability. As this is registered, the liability of the member should be extend to their capital contribution only. If the cooperative society is making loss or there is third party payment is liable, then member would not be liable for paid this liability from their own personal account, from own personal asset. Okay, so this is that mean the cooperative society member has limited liability. Now number 4, what is the features? Control. Now cooperative societies is controlled by a democratic manner. There is minimum, there is one thing you should know, there is minimum 10 adult member needed for formation of cooperative society. Minimum 10, maximum no limit. Maximum no limit. Okay, minimum 10. 10 adult member if joined together and they can set up a cooperative society. So in control means here any decision has to be made in cooperative society, it should be actually decisions should be taken in democratic manner. Okay, and here one thing is, you know, irrespective of capital introduced by the member, there is one man one vote principle, one man one vote principle is applied in here in this type of organization. Okay, this is very important point actually, one man one vote principle. Sometime your examination this type of question will come, what is the principle, main principle of cooperative society. You have to write down one man one vote principle is applied in here. So as there is irrespective of any contribution of capital, suppose let take example, there is two member in cooperative society one actually contributed capital as a rupees 10,000 and one is contributed capital as a rupees 1 lakh. So, irrespective of that, who actually contributed 10,000, he can cast a 1 vote, and who actually given contributed as a 10 lakh, he also has a right to vote, that is 1. So, that is why this is any decision when take by the cooperative managing committee of this cooperative society, they take as a democratic way and nobody can influence by this their money or capital introduction. So, this is the one point. Number 5, service motive. Now, cooperative society actually set up not for profit, they actually set up for service to the society and service to their members. So, this is not a profit motive organization. Actually, suppose there is a consumer cooperative society. What is the consumer cooperative society benefit? They actually service the consumer of their member who actually buy the product from directly from the manufacturer. Okay, so this is the service motive. Mainly cooperative society is set up for service motive. And these are the main features actually for cooperative society. Today, that's all. Thank you for watching. Hope you are well and safe in your home. Thank you.